Yeah, I got it. I got it's on. Same. Okay. Hey guys, reincarnated Savage here. I'm at it again, and I brought on a special friend of mine. Found thinking in my dumpster. My loyal friend of mine. You know who it is. The one, the only JP. Give him a round of applause, folks. Oh my God, damn it, JP. We know this by now. We're doing separate games. You know, I got my sister Paige again. He got himself his Overwatch. Hashtag trash, by the way. But yeah, yeah. We're here discussing discussion time, not of anime, but Demon Body. Can it be limitless, or is it just full of limits? What can we do? What can we really do? We put our minds together. What can Demon Body really accomplish? That we probably can't do. But there is. Well, you know about Bradley? He told me this. You know the whole thing is metric, right? When you pick him up and you can't pick him up the second time around. Well, he actually, well, spoiling his trick. Actually, he told me that like it's actually a mental thing. What he does is he looks into your soul, and he says to himself that he's hard. He says to himself he weighs as much as steel, like for example, like an anchor. So it'll be like he thinks to his mind, tells his body he's steel. After a while, his body mimics that weight and he becomes steel. And he can't pick him up. I did it before. It's actually not that. It's really hard to do it. It takes a lot of practice, but for him, it's a pretty cool move. It's not that hard to do. Teach if you want. Yeah, basically, it's an actual thing. It's not that hard to do. She showed me how to do it. Apparently, it's all sleight of hand, but I say it's bull. One time, she did a sleight of hand thing, right? He took a card, front of the table. I was looking at it the entire time. He switched the cards out, and the card legit switched when I was looking right at it. To the card he said his card was going to switch to. Right in my eyes. I was like, had to be energy. He's like, nope, all sleight of hand. I was pissed. I was like, it's bull. What the fuck is that? And if we did, you get shot. But God doesn't. You know, I get the feeling like even if we did, somebody with limitless power were to pop up one day, I get the feeling like someone out of nowhere will be like, God has no limits. If you're limitless power, you're going to go to hell, you know? I get that a lot. Every time I go to these conversations with my family, my friends, with certain people, someone out of nowhere always comes in to something like, God got this, God that. Then it's like, well, you can't say anything to him, or you get hated. You get hated on by the entire Christian community. I get that a lot for some reason. A lot. At the point where I'm just like, stop. I want to go over there and just punch you. Just put my fist in your face gently. Just push it, and just until it breaks something. Yeah. It actually works. I'm like a form, more like a state of mind. Can we achieve it? Yes, we can. It really does, and I get the feeling like everybody in the world at least tapped into it at least once on accident at one point in time. Because like, I did it before. I'm a perfect example. What the fuck? I had. Well, just think I did it before on accident. Yeah. Ultra Instinct a day before on accident. That's a fact. It's a pretty good feeling, and like you. God damn, running out of time. Well, from personal experience, It's like, well, what are you getting tell for being in it? Like everything's state of mind is like everything is a bit slower. Thanks to what people like Bruce Lee, he says like everything is moving at a slower rate. For you, you're moving quicker than it. It's like a Goku move to Jiren. Nobody can see him move at that point. It's like, from our perspective, for the untrained eye, it's like he's gone. He's looking at reality, like Tracer. But like to the trained eye, it's like he's moving what I've been thinking. Like Grease said, when I did it before an accident that one day, a couple times in the past already. Before then, kick ass, bro. Anyway, before then, like I'm awesome shit. But no, oh my god, but before then, in the feeling of it, it's like my body and mind are they're like basically at one. Like I can like think of like moving one leg, dodge a punch and the other dodge punch all at once, and like counter it all together. Like, you know, like yeah, that's what it's like. Like I couldn't do it again after that. I was like, well, I was exhausted as fuck. But yeah, it's a pretty cool thing you can do. Yeah, I can do it. It's a power to move without thinking. Your body moves naturally. Yeah, it says body moves naturally. In real life, it actually says. Oh. Can't do it. Shit. Fucking die already, damn it. What do you have? Well, in this case, move without thinking naturally. You basically you lose precious battle time. Yeah, battle time. What the fuck is that, JP? What the hell? Not that impossible though. There was signs he was actually floating. If you look at evidence of a guy actually floating, he's an old dude. He's a monk. Like he floated, like he didn't fly in the air. He was like low off the ground and flew back down. He's died already. Shit. Well, it was signs of somebody actually physically floating and stuff like that. It was signs like he did float. Like, you know, it was like no like fireworks or like that. But like he didn't fly on the air. Like he was like off the ground a little bit and back down. Wasn't no DBZ stuff. My physical evidence, my dude. And like, it was a sign I had before. Am I in? Check my. Hey, wait a minute. Let me check my mic settings. I'm gonna check. Backtrack. Hello. Hello. The day I do that is the day I finally give into the hype. That's not happening. Fuck you. You get Patreon then. It's not a wish. It's like a demand and a wish. It's like a demand. Get that on I missed. The Ultra Instinct thing. Yeah. And I thought I was like, I'm not surprised. If an idiot can go Super Saiyan, I'm not surprised anything can happen. Or it could be like, ironically, that they can move without thinking, like that wasn't the thing. Luffy only funny. In anime One Piece, Luffy did Ultra Instinct before, actually, without even knowing it. It was hilarious. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why in a cafeteria of all places? I get the bathroom on the bus, but no. Was she hungry too? She feed her a hamburger. That's fucking gross. Why in the cafeteria? Were you guys hungry? Why is this going on? Here, have a fry. Oh, shut up. Damn, nigga, horny as shit. Damn, die already. Look over here, bitch. I think I found my new main. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, the going beyond God's control. Yeah. Yeah, in the poster, yeah. Shit! Yeah, I guess let's look a random picture of Curie trying to meet to mess with everybody, because some guys will do that. If I were my opponents, and it'd be like some random crap he made up, but like an actual thing. He did show a little bit like a red aura in the back in some pictures. He leaked photos he did. He's showing that good as new form. Once you look closer to it, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, the same ad. That's fucking weird. Just look weird. It's like last summer. Well, we're talking about sex and shit. I would say good job, but I'm not gonna support that kind of stuff. I don't condone that. Don't approve this message. Okay, got the 3 and the 2 orbs. Marijuana. So fuck. The other half, the other half of it, it'd be like thinking. Oh my god. At this point, yeah, exactly. But like, in what I took physical experience is that there was part of the mind would do a deep where I could feel of it. If it feels like my body and mind were together. Since I meditate, supernatural Tai Chi and shit like that, I noticed that I can actually tap into Ultra Instinct a little bit, like a little smidge of it. And I know it's like an actual physical keyboard people can physically see. It's kind of some DBZ shit. I know I can't really physically show because it takes a lot of practice. To do it, I basically would do what I know to do it. I had to exhaust all my energy, like all together, like all my physical energy and my supernatural energy to do so. When I did it, a little spark of hands right to my mind, I felt as if my body and mind were all as one temporarily for a second, which could be like that. The full part of it could be like a full power thing, you know? It's like basically a boost, which is what I'm thinking it is. It boosts mental, it boosts physical prowess, mental prowess, physical, like, you know, from physically, fucking hair. From being like physically in it before, I'm like personally experienced. Everything else, I really don't know. I haven't got that far in it. If I did, I won't be at school though. Laughing, I'm sure. I don't know, man. Davy Jones Locka. I just Davy Jones the fuck out of this dude. Get over here. Oh, god damn it. Dicks. Probably. My chat's just blank over here. Your chat's weird as fuck. I'm saying that right now. I know I am. I do it every day. Oh my god. Fuck. I would laugh so hard. Anywho, topic at hand. Like it's good, you and you, man. The human body, it's limits or it's limitless. What do we know? What do we don't know? Gotcha, turd. Can go. Oh, God damn it. Oh, it's bull. Oh, shit. Yeah, they could find the financing in the military. So I guess somebody has ultra instinct then. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Probably not. Well, like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense though. Well, what I can tell at closer, physical strength, with natural abilities, because like the human mind can do a lot more than we think. We're still showing parts that we haven't tapped into before. There's certain signs people can levitate things. A mutant idea. There was actually a TV show dedicated to that kind of idea. There was like it was only a couple years ago. I was a kid. It was called like actual mutants or real life thing. Like it was called real life mutants. There's this dude who has like magnetic powers, and like he can like take a straight up spoon, stick it to his stomach. Like his kids can do it too. No joke. Like no special effects. No joke. Like he was legit magnetic. At the point where like sometimes it didn't go to tell what else he can do. It just said that if he focused a certain way or did a certain motion, his magnetic powers, his magnetic abilities will get more potent. It will start picking up bigger objects on like knives and stuff like that. Which is what that it said. It didn't go to tell what else it can do. It just said like that. There was something called actual storm. And this dude got shocked by electricity. Should have killed him, but it didn't. That's not pure luck, but like it didn't go to tell how he survived. What he said, just like they just said that. It just like some Christians demonized the crap out of him. Just like got up to the idea for some reason, You know how that goes. But yeah, that's what I. How fast can the body move? Your body just supercharges up for a couple seconds and it just drops after a while. Their kids were under a truck and she picked it up. No, it was under a car and she picked it up. I know you're talking about. She was under a car. No, off her door. Yeah, yeah, like a car. He just like I did it before. I can't pick up a car. I did it once before on accident. Cause like my aunt was trying to run me over. Like sometimes I think like she must somewhere in the mind, she must have told her body to like. I think like somewhere like in her mind, she told her body to like, you're gonna pick yourself like nothing, or like, you know, the whole like no Bradley thing, you know, like he probably thought he probably told her body something like we're strong enough to pick up steel, cause like in times, you know, like, cause like I hit by a car one time, right, couple years, not too long ago, like couple years ago. This guy was gonna run with his kid, so I jumped to get it out of the way. Yeah, give me a minute. And this punk, well, it's his car. It physically hit me, but it said dented the car a little bit, because out of nowhere, full force, should have killed me. But I hit it, I dodged it like nothing. It grazed me just a small bit. The little girl was holding, hit me on the side, which should have broke my freaking spine, which should like shatter, like, you know, my hip bone, right? But I came out unscathed. All they said was that one thing that hurt was the fall, like you rolling in the dirt and hitting the trash cans there, which the human body can't survive that kind of thing. I guess someone reminded it said my friend Robert told me to be fascinating. You can see like I think it's like he said that he couldn't see me when I blink. One, it could have been luck, or just something my body just kicked in. Not the first time I actually hit metal and like dented metal back. My friend hit this thing, right? Hit me. It was sharp as crap. He went there on accident. Didn't see me. Hit me. He said it bounced off, and I felt it too. He's like, dude, didn't that hurt? Like, no. This thing was the sharpest. Like, it was sharp enough to cut through skin like in nothing, like in seconds. Like the kind of metal you see like in mines. You know, like in mines, right? It's like pickaxes, really sharp stuff. It was like that. He went there on accident. He hit me. I didn't feel a thing. He's like, dude, you okay? Yep. The thing bent. Like it was already bent already, but it was bent inward. His hip hit metal on metal, and I was always told that people hit me. Certain people do it, you know. They was told my body feels like hitting like legit steel, you know. That's why I got the whole energy thing came from. Like my brother told me the same thing too. When somebody fights, sometimes he hits me in the face, certain parts of my body. He says he feels like he's activating some sort of abilities, could be energy kicking in. Because as a child, when I got angry, because he like bullied me all the time, you know, right? So like when they pissed me off, the point of return, like I was angry or shell, steaming, like legit steaming. They told me that like my body felt like it was on fire, and the guy was like shit to me. He kind of freaked out. He backed up like, whoa, like the kid was on fire for some reason. Like I was like legit on fire at the time, a couple years ago. So it's like, what can that be? Could it be like luck? Could my body actually be steaming? You know? I don't know how I did it though. I can't do it now. I don't know what I did. Did I exhaust my energy? Did I imagine myself like a flame? I could, if I'm in the shower, like with steam, right? I could actually conduct my energy to like mess with it, the steam, and like make it swirl my entire body. When I mastered Tai Chi energy meditating a lot last year, god damn it! When I meditated for a long time, when I meditated for like a certain amount of time and tried certain things, certain practices in my mind, like meditation techniques like that, get my energy certain point, do certain feats. Every time I do third gear from One Piece as a reference to that, before I develop my own transformations, I just use that as like a base to get the idea to feel what I'm going to do. I always felt like I was steaming, and then my body was like physically steaming, for people could physically see it. And could it be ironic? And I was like, and people feel like you're actually steaming, and I was like, well, I'm not surprised. That's my energy. I feel like to me to do the stuff I'm doing, that up to that point, after exhaust at the point where like I'm physically rating it out, we can physically see it. Like this whole DBZ stuff takes years. It takes like years of practice. Like it doesn't take months, like years. Perfect example. The stuff they do, I want to do stuff like that, but that stuff takes a lot of practice in between. I have to practice the basis of what they're doing. Flying thing, first I have to imagine, first focusing on my body, then I have to master that. Then I have to master meditating stuff like my physical body and weight, and then I have to master, you know, what they do, you know? Because the Miriam Vidal shirt flying, you couldn't see, right? That basically beat me if I could do it. I couldn't see crap. We have to wear goggles when I'm flying. I have no problem with that, but that's just me. But yeah, it takes physical practice. A lot. You know, like on, it's bullshit. God damn it. Yeah. A rush of energy, and it's almost like temporarily. Can you like harness it? Probably like almost to the point where your body will drop. With the energy thing, energy is not like it's infinite. Basically, it legit is. Like at the point where basically, for example, I use energy all the time. So I have limitless power, but my body can't take it that much. The Kaioken, for example, I can do like nothing all the time. If I wanted to, I think I have to practice a bit more to reuse it so my body can get used to it again, to using it all the time. I can do to 100 if I wanted to, like anytime I want, like right now. Cuts and sets 100, boom. But like, it's not that I can't do it, it's that my body can't take like that much. Energy, it requires a lot of strain to it, because like your body can't take all that power altogether. It's like your body overload. Yes, over the time I'm using energy, I practice techniques that temporarily overload my body to increase more strength when I need it, because like I was stuck in the whole rose thing, you know, like if I do run into her, I need to protect her, like she's my friend still, you know, that mentality. I guess like with energy, it's a lot about emotion. Like it's like if you're angry, your body will still more stronger, you know. So one of those, you know, it takes a lot of it's bullshit. It takes like a lot of practice and like a lot of stamina to do. Like it's easy to do. You can do it too if you want. It just takes a lot of practice and a lot of stamina to use the stuff that I try to do at the time. Like a lot, I mean like a lot of stamina, like a shit ton. At the point where like your body has to take it. Like I can't just out of shit like go like Super Saiyan, for example. Like I used to do my own like a false Saiyan transformation, I called it, because like before I did a full body transformation, which I've been trying to do for years, I still haven't done it because like it takes a lot. Like I want to do like a full body show, like my body physically altered, so you can physically see it. Normally I notice when I use energy, I do like an inside transformation, my body and inside feels different, and the outside looks similar to this thing, you know. So like when I do it now, like I can still do a false transformation still a couple times in the future on accident. Here and there when I need it the most, or I use it when I'm working out. You're like oh no, too much weight, and Kaioken times 2, a little bit of boost here. Then I go for like a small dosage, you know, like drugs. So like yes, that's a good analogy. But what the even come from? My little bitch. Anywho, like yeah, it takes a lot of practice, and like it's stamina is everything in energy, you know. Like you can't that's something you can't do it. It's a lot of stamina. Like the monks, they practice years time. Like if I meet one, I get the feeling like my dad told me he's friends with the monk. Like when he told me about him, I felt his energy from miles and miles away. And I in my mind, I can like see where he is, like the monk he was talking about. Like I felt his presence like right next to me, and that was intense. And, like it felt like a freaking hurricane. And I was just like, oh my god, this is what power feels like. I'm nothing compared to this. Like I feel like an ant next to an anthill, you know. I feel like a pebble next to a freaking boulder. Like I get the feeling like, you know, like yeah, because like the energy, I can read people's minds on accident. Occasionally will pop out of nowhere, no joke. Or when I was at Braddock's Vantage trick, and like it involved like, you know, some like physically, you know, like think of like the weight thing, you know, the whole soul thing, right? Think of a way and you'll become that way, and don't say it out loud. She thought of it, and I can feel her, like I read her mind for a second, and then I could hear in her mind saying the phrase still anchor, you know, like an anchor weight. Oh my god, like, I felt that like legit inside my mind. Like in my mind, I felt her say the words, like, you know, like I'm like the anchor, and I was like, I felt that. After death, it was scientifically proven that the human body is not actually dead yet. It was that they studied like cancer patients and like people in like mental psychosis and different diseases. It's scientifically proven that they said that when you actually die in the hospital bed and the heart stops, it says you can actually hear the doctor announcing your death. You're not actually dead. I read this one story about this chick who killed herself over her boyfriend. Sad story. I didn't cry. I almost did. Then I was confused at the fact that she came back to life at the end. Normally they say God. I was just like, what happened once he shot something hard, right? Dead on the spot. There was in the coffin. Before it said the fourth point on the ground, the cuff's open, for the coffin, her ex-boyfriend was there, and it said she got up, walked off. Her clothes are different. Basically, her clothes are changed. She got up, walked off, kissed her ex-boyfriend on the cheek, and went home. Said mom was going and started clapping. I was like, whoa, you're telling me this chick stabs up on the heart, knife still in the heart, she died, took it out, presumed dead. She's in the coffin, right? She's in the dress, they know the funeral goes. Before the clothes got put on the ground, she gets up at the coffin, straight up, straight face. And it's a true story too. And the thing had the whole article on it too. She walked off like nothing, fully healed. And I was not even surprised. I was just like, wow. I didn't cry. I was just no joke. I'm not saying to be a man because I don't really like you, but like no joke. I was just like, wow, she survived that. That's why I want to be immortal. My friend told me before me and she were friends. Shaw, when we were friends, he told me that to become immortal, you have to keep your spirit together, basically. So that's what I'm practicing now. Like, keep my spirit together, like, when I'm doing defensive damage. I can do it, because I do it all the time on accident, like, all once in a while, I'll be like, oh no, I'm running out of power, So that story got me thinking. I was like, shit, that's a good story, cool story there. I forgot what YouTuber it was watching at the time, but it was pretty cool, It was good. But yeah, that got me thinking about, like, what else can we do after death? The whole death thing, that's a belief thing, Because, like, people always shove their beliefs down my throat every 5 minutes. Like, I can't say the phrase LGBT or something like supernatural energy, and someone will get triggered on the spot, and they're ready to fight on the right there and then. I'm just like, bro, I'm just saying, you like, it's like this, like, your beliefs, right? You have your beliefs, I have mine. But when you talk to people about your beliefs, you're ready to fight. Everybody, it's supported by law, by the media, everything, social media, boom. Everybody supports you. But it's my beliefs, my I think is right, boom, I get shut down on the spot. Hypocritical, bam, be quiet, I hate you, disgusting, that, They're like, even if you were to figure this out, even if you could come back after death, I guess somebody will kill that person who did it before they could say anything about it, Because like the Christian, the Vatican, it's like very, very secret and that kind of thing. Not that hard. I basically die all the time. Like, legit. They do it. Like Undertale, stay determined. I had dreams of my, when I practice meditation, I'm actually trying to practice this new thing now. I might do it after the stream. Like, I've been trying to practice this thing I have to call determination. At the time, I was taking it to Undertale, but back then it was actually a good game. Now, I'm thinking back then it used to be. Not now. It's still good. Fan base is toxic as crap, like Steven Universe fan base. We can all agree on that. That's toxic as hell. But it's a good series. I'm topic here, but what I'm trying to say is that in Undertale, when it said that for first degree reset, aka charge, first degree reset, it said she has to stay determined. To do that, she had to keep her soul together. The minute she died, if she stayed determined enough, she would come back. It's determined like that. So I'm thinking, okay, look, can we do that? If I were to be put myself intensive training, push myself to the brink of death like Sand does mentally, I didn't force my body and force my mind to think it's still alive. It's like, for me, I can take a lot. In fights, I was shown to take a shit ton and still be going. And I don't know what happens one time we're fighting. I don't know what happened to me, but I got wrecked really bad, and I was still going. I felt like it was nothing. I could feel it, but at the time being, my body felt like nothing was wrong. And I think it's like your body. It's like first, stay determined about it. If you're determined enough, your body will eventually go with it, and your mind will stick. If you're like your mind will matter kind of thing, I think that's why my body can steal that one time, a couple times in the past, and still does now. Because if I think hard enough that my body's made of steel, then it will mimic it. It was shown I did before, but when I try to do it out of the demonstrator, I can't because it takes a lot of focus. Get the focus intensively to do that. I guess Undertale does it. They say magic. I say since the whole magic plus determination plus enough willpower, we can all come back at death like that. I'm not gonna say our bodies be fully healed after that, but because I can't heal people. It's an easy thing to do. I can't do it completely, but I have to practice doing physical wounds, putting the bones back together. My friend told me my hand broke the leg, so I healed his leg, a little bit of it. He said, yeah, I healed it, but not all the way. It was still, the bones were broken down to the dot. It was being physically healed, but the bones were still broken. I fixed some of the shrapnel, like that. It takes I think it's determined a little bit, that's just me. like it turned into like a dot. It goes a long way. The energy is the same way. Like emotions is everything. In anime, it's the same thing. They always hit the phrase, emotions are good to generate power from, but don't let the ones like anger. Because like with the whole Rose thing, when I get angry about her, like my body would feel like it's on fire, legit. Sometimes I'm just holding to an object, I feel like I was melting crap and I didn't know it. And then it's like, wow, I didn't know I could do that. Like emotions are everything. I think you have to combine like determination and emotion, the right emotions together to do this stuff, like to get these abilities that they do, and dedication, to a degree, you know. Yeah, to transformation's easy though. To transform to inner transformation is simple. Like it's basically secret to it. It's no secret at all. It's simple as that. First, you must practice working energy. First, you must. Things website I found called like it was Tai Chi abilities. They depended on transformation. The transform I actually vetted myself. I called it inner transformation. First, you must practice Chi Flame. First, you must project your energy up through your body like a flame around your body, shrouding it. Practice that, extend it out, breathe like you're breathing, and then do it again. But boil it in center of your chest and your back, like insanity, right? Boil like crazy, but it's what I call it the false for a reason. I couldn't do what they did. Sans, Earth 7, Universe 6 and 7 Sans. That's the bubbling in the back, right? When I did it, I felt on the inside, my physical body, not in the back. That's the reason why I couldn't do a full body. I didn't notice that until it was the episode. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. So I can do what the Sans can do, the transformation thing. But for me, I didn't do that degree. For them, their full body physically changed. I can only do internal transformation. So I was like, so if I practice this bubbly thing filling my back, then can I achieve my own Super Saiyan transformation? Can I reach similar to that? Because I've done transformation before. When I used to practice this energy stuff, I can do like as far as I can basically do my own like weird from Super Saiyan, you know? I could go like the Super Saiyan 3. The highest I can go is that. I could go beyond that, like mentally wise. My body couldn't take it. After I said screw it. I could go beyond this. So like as far as I can go, Super Saiyan number 3. I call it that for a reason. I didn't know what they call it at the time, so don't judge the names. I thought it overdrive, so I said screw it. It's better than the other name I had for it. But yeah, like it takes like right emotion, determination, boom. Damn, Kimahara is fucking them up. Yeah, sure was. We'll all be doing it. So I want to do. I want to become limitless. You know, it's all weak at the time. Look, that's my biggest dream. Still is. If I could beat my big brother Chris in the fist fight, going all out, no holds barred, no holding back, then I'm unstoppable. Then if I beat him, I could do anything. Because like if he can, like I look at the guy like basically look at him like nothing. If he can do it, then I always thought he was a god from the start. I'm picturing him like wrestling alligators with one hand, punching plant, being Superman with the other hand. You know, that kind of stuff. So I'm like. So if I can beat him, I can beat the so like that emotion, like fire in your heart, that kind of thing could help, you know. So like I think showing your limits, I probably could. I get the feeling like I would become limitless. And back I used to meditate, I felt limitless power for a second. My body felt limitless, but I could never hold it. You know, I could never hold it long enough for me to physically use it. I could bridge it, I could never physically hold it. Damn it, I could never hold it. You know. Like I get from like we can do these feats that they can do, but our bodies like we'll never be able to hold it long enough for it to physically do anything. Because like when they video do like levitate, he say he passed out afterwards. They have to get paramedic and stuff like that for him. Because like no story, no joke. I said that he had to get paramedic because he passed out during it. After he did it like on camera, and I was like, wow, he passed out. And they said that he can do it, that his body couldn't hold it for too long, which is what I think. It's not the fact we can't. Like I think our bodies still withstand it. If we can withstand it, then we're done. You know, Dunskies, plant busting plants open, punching holes in like cars and stuff, lifting up cars with bare hands, minus the heat. Perfect. That's my goal. Become basically limitless. The only way I can actually be stronger to do the things I want to do. You know, because I may be a tough dude, but like on the inside I'm like weak as shit. It's obvious enough, but like physically. I want to reach these feats. It's the only way that I can actually do anything that I have to do. Because like no matter what I do, I'm still like weak to somebody. Somebody still surpasses you out there. That's the reason why, like, in Guy and Naruto, he basically the strongest. Until, like, until he fights harder, until one of the gods, a god themselves, basically said the phrase, "You're the strongest being on this entire planet, in this entire dimension that I ever faced. So you're basically now the world's strongest." And in that world, that was like his lifelong dream. He finally got it. You know, like that. You know, I want to be like someone, like a godlike being one day, telling me, say the phrase, "You, Gabriel Alexander Tucker, are the strongest being I ever faced. You're basically the strongest being this entire dimension has to offer at this point." You know, I want to reach that kind of feat. So it's like, well, you know, my family's protected, my family and friends are protected. No need to fight anymore. You know, because I'll try to avoid fights altogether. But like when I have to go at it, I get the feeling like my part of my body. What's up? Oh my god. He say you brought the Doom. Bad Doom jokes, I know. Hashtag trash. But yeah, like, you know, like for me, if I could reach that thing, then it's all done. You know, I could finally sleep at night knowing that if I ever had a kid, if one day Shelby needs my help, like one day my girlfriend gets in trouble, I can be there without knowing the fear. Sure, I have the fear that, you know, like the fear that one day fearing that I'll die during a fight. You know, Road's biggest fear was losing at the time being. I guess she knows that like she can like just physically guess that that James surpassed me in every single like down to the dot. Like at the point where like I couldn't know Ken through strength at all. You know, because like I get it. You know, I hate having to say it that like I have to give up at this point. I have to back away. Exactly. I was like, I hate having to say the phrase, I have to back away. I can't do it. I hate having to say that. Like, it's like my biggest gambit. I can say everything else except that, you know? That's just me. Limitless power, that's something you have to work for that crap. If I could just bridge it, if I could just peek it, if I could just like taste a little bit of it, that's enough for me. Then I could just go from there. Like for me, it's like this. If I can touch it, if I can get close to it, then I can do it. That's always my motto. If you can touch it, almost you can do it. I'm not talking about going, you know, fingering your girlfriend in the lunchroom over there. I'm talking your live stream, your viewers, JP, and your end. But I ain't talking about that. Just you can touch it, like stamina wise, endurance wise, and you can do it. You can do it. That's always been me. You know. You can touch it, you can do it. That's basically it. But yeah. Like, if we were to reach these feats, like superhuman feats like that, I get the feeling like somehow our society will probably like kill them up like on sight. Cause you know we basically shoot anything that isn't anything we don't like at this point. You know, like we kill her all the time. What's the point? It's someone superheroes that pop up one day like, out of nowhere, like you and me. If I discovered how if I actually show my abilities like out to people, I get the feeling like I'll be hated by the entire school. You know, called a freak, like on the spot.